Hi, my name is Tammy Repine. I'm a finance and loan analyst with the Direct Loan Division, and today I wanted to give you a brief tutorial on how to read the Partnership Performance Report. That report is posted monthly. The report is typically sent out with other reports via email to the program directors, and then it's also posted on SharePoint. So once you're on the Direct SharePoint page, you'll want to select the Reports folder. Select Partnership Performance Report, the fiscal year that you want to view, and the month that you're wanting to view. And the report has multiple tabs. It has multiple sheets within the worksheet, and each of them is going to provide you with some detailed information. So the very first tab is a dashboard. It'll show the number of loans in the fiscal year, how many dollars were obligated, how that compares to the prior fiscal year. The ranking is not going to show up because all states are selected, but if you were to select an individual state, that would change. Average number of days from time the application is received until the loan is obligated. The number of applications that we have on hand in this category that are still needing to be processed, and then how many applications over the last 24 months have been received electronically via e-forms. This graph compares the current year to the prior year in monthly format, and then also breaks down intermediary package, self-help, packaged through the non-certified process, and packaged through the certified process. And then over the last 24 months, how many applications have been received and what we have on hand in these various categories. You can also sort the report by state. And so I will select Iowa. And so it'll show you 7 loans, the dollar amount so far, and ranking 24th in the country in these categories. The next tab, County, you can pull that up for the whole country, or I will go to Maryland. Or you can pull it up just for a specific state so you can see where the loan obligations have been in those particular counties. And then anything that's grayed out here means those funding categories have not been obligated, but the two that are darker, those have been. So you can further select this to only show the 502 package with intermediary very low income, for instance. The next tab is intermediary grantee. Again, I'm going to select all states so everything shows up. And the same thing with this chart. If the color is darker, that's where we have activity. Once you get grayed out, those don't have any activity. So if you wanted to see only the loans for mountain housing opportunity, you could just select that particular entity and it would pull up the information for you. Or you can select them all again, and you could say, I just want to see Arkansas. And then within Arkansas, you can see who has actually done those obligations. So if you wanted to see Arkansas with Crawford Sebastian Community Development, you could pull it up to that level of detail. The next tab is Applications on Hand, and that's going to show you all the applications that are pending. So if it comes up by state, it'll list those alphabetically, or you can just select a specific state and it will only pull up the loans that are pending for that particular state. Some of the things to look for here is days since the application has been complete. So you may want to sort that from largest to smallest and take a look at, we've got an application here that's 500 days since we received it. It's a self-help loan. What is the status of that? It could potentially be that Maybe the self-help group hasn't submitted a full group yet, and we need to really get on them about that. Or it could be that that loan was withdrawn at some point and just wasn't marked as withdrawn in Unify. So anytime that you're seeing some applications with older dates, it's good to investigate those and determine if we need to take action on those. The other thing is look for blanks. If you have blanks here, it means that your packaging entity hasn't been identified. So you want to make sure that those are identified. If you have status that's blank or program type that's blank, this one here doesn't have a loan approval official, so you want to make sure that a loan approval official gets assigned to that loan. So look for any blanks on here that may need to be filled in Unify. The ranking, again, is going to show how many obligations in the current fiscal year or what your ranking is compared to the last fiscal year. So you can select just your own state if you wish, or view it. Whoops, I did that wrong. Let me unselect and scroll back down here. We're going to select Texas, and you can see the ranking just for that state. Lastly is eForms applications, and this is showing you from eForms how many total, how many are new, how many are pending, how many have been accepted, returned, and then your ranking as far as number of applications received in eForms. And as of the date of this report, Indiana appears to be the top state with the most eForms applications accepted, with 601 accepted, 42 returned. They have 2 that need an action, and none that are new. So that's the basics of that report, including the tabs. Again, if you see blanks on it, you want to work on those in Unify and get that updated. And any older applications, you want to investigate those to see what action needs to be taken. So good luck with that report, and if you do have questions, you can feel free to reach out to me anytime.